It's not a mystery occurrence. It's not magic. There's no guesswork. Stop pretending like you have no resources, no power, and no awareness with regard to the anxiety. Sorry, I had to give it to you, the straight truth. Even though it sounds harsh and not something a typical therapist would say. I'm not going to pacify you and tell you it's going to be okay. I am not going to help you cope with the symptoms. Because I don't want you to normalize the fact that you're stuck with this issue for the rest of your life. The number one cause of anxiety is the feeling of powerlessness. You feel anxious when you think the person or situation in front of you is greater or more significant than you. You feel anxious when you make yourself small, pathetic, and powerless. Yes, you make yourself to be all these things. No one else, you. But my boss at work is so cunning. He gives me anxiety. No, where have you made yourself smaller than your boss? And where have you given your power to him? But being around men just triggers something in my body and I start to get panic attacks. It's not the men that give you these feelings. It's your perception that you are nothing in comparison to them. Why do you choose to believe that? Sure, other people might believe that, but do you have to follow them? How much energy does it take to actively make yourself small and to deny the potency that's already within you? Do you see how anxiety doesn't need to be as significant as we make it out to be? In all of these scenarios, there's an underlying belief that creates the feelings of anxiety. And it's not your fault that you have these beliefs. You see, that's how your mind was designed. The mind's job is to function from beliefs and past reference points. Reference points are like conclusions you make about the way things will turn out to be based on how they've turned out in the past. You don't look for the possibility of things turning out differently. How much of the anxiety in your life is created by your fixed conclusions of how things will turn out? If you want to get more aware around this and actually change it, I'd suggest you start by asking questions. A good question would be, what lies have I bought here? For example, with a cunning boss, you may become aware of the lie, I can't get another job, that is why I have to stick it out with this boss. Or, all bosses are always like this. This is how it's supposed to be. Or, I continue to stick it out with him because I'm not capable of starting my own thing. And with each of these lies, you want to ask, is this really true? Can I really not get another job? Could I really not start something of my own? In each of these lies, you find that the common elephant that's rooted in all of them is, I'm powerless to this. This is where anxiety stems from. When you decide that you're not greater than what you actually are. If you figure out the lies you've bought and shift from a state of powerlessness to the magnificent, potent being that you really are, you'd stop feeling anxious. And you'd completely get rid of whatever anxiety disorder you've had for the last 10 to 15 years. It's not rocket science. Your awareness changes things. You just have to be willing to change it. If for whatever reason you find this process challenging, which it can be if you're new to becoming self-aware and owning your power, I'm happy to work with you one-on-one to crush the anxiety once and for all. You can book a free 15-minute consult with me. The link is in the description.